Gentle, inspiring music starts and fades into the background. Ravi was always the boy on the last bench. He was quiet, almost invisible, and his classmates often made him the target of their jokes. His school uniform was a little more faded than everyone else's, his shoes were worn thin, and more often than not, his lunchbox was empty. Teachers struggled to remember his name, and his absence from class usually went unnoticed. One sunny morning, the school principal announced a science exhibition. The classroom buzzed with excitement as students eagerly brainstormed their projects. Ravi, too, felt a spark of hope. He timidly raised his hand, wanting to participate. A wave of laughter swept through the room. "What are you going to make, Ravi?" someone sneered. "A magic broom to clean your torn shoes." The class roared. Ravi just offered a faint, sad smile and replied softly, "Maybe something that helps people." For the next 2 weeks, Ravi became a silent force of creation. He spent his afternoons scouring the junkyard near his home, collecting discarded wires, old bulbs, and a rusted fan motor. Every night, under the flickering light of a dim lantern in his small home, he painstakingly soldered, adjusted, and tested his little invention. He poured his heart and soul into the project, driven by a purpose no one else understood. The day of the exhibition arrived. The hall was filled with impressive and flashy models robots that walked volcanoes that erupted with baking soda lava and shiny solar panels that gleamed under the lights. Ravi quietly carried his small, unassuming wooden box to a forgotten table in the corner, far from the spotlight. As students presented their projects, no one paid much attention to the boy from the last bench. Then it was his turn. Hesitantly, he stepped forward. The room was noisy, and most people were still chatting, not looking his way. He flipped a small switch on his box. A soft humming sound filled the air, and a small set of fan blades began to turn. A few seconds later, a fine, cool mist gently sprayed into the air around him. The chatter in the room began to die down. He explained shyly, his voice barely a whisper, "It's a low-cost air cooler made from waste materials. It runs on a small battery designed for people who don't have electricity." The room fell completely silent. The judges, intrigued, leaned in for a closer look. One of them, a distinguished engineer, was visibly impressed. He asked, "Young man, how much did this cost you to build?" Ravi looked up and answered, 35 rupees, sir." He paused, then added with a touch of emotion, "I just wanted my mother to be able to sleep peacefully at night. Our little house gets very hot, and she works so hard." A tear welled up in his teacher's eye. A wave of understanding and respect washed over the entire room that day. Ravi, the quiet, unnoticed boy from the last bench node, only won first prize, but also a scholarship that would change his life. But something even more profound happened. One by one, every student who had laughed at him walked up, not with mockery, but with admiration, and shook his hand. Years later, that simple, heartfelt invention evolved into a successful startup, providing affordable cooling solutions to thousands of rural homes across the country. Whenever journalists would ask the now famous innovator, Mr. Ravi, how it all began, he would simply smile. His eyes filled with the same kindness from his childhood, and say, "It all started with wanting to help my mother sleep better." This story is a powerful reminder to never judge someone by where they sit or what they wear. True greatness doesn't always shout for attention. It often starts quietly, in the most unexpected places, even from the last bench fueled by the kindest of hearts. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more inspiring content. See you in the next video.